We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Mayfield on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. Ryan Shazier. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Elway.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Play action, Elway. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action. It's Elway. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up first and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 33. Here we go. Here we go.
Mayfield. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line. 180. Let's go. Under 10. Under 10. 10. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield, and they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On 2nd down, Elway. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Chicago! Michael Thomas, 52 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Mayfield off the play fake. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Elway, flush to his right. And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Elway to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
But now it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Dawson's kick is up and through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Good work. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, you got deep? Regular.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finds Jake Butt over the middle. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Hey, alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Dawson tacks on the point after. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Ready. 70, Indy. Tighten up. Pull it together. Topper. Ready.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Check 43. X3. 218. Chopper.
2nd and 10. Elway. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Check.
6'6", bullet high. Snap.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Protein spill.
Check 50. Check 50. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Let's go.
Now it's Elway. Flushed out right. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hustle, big rip, big rip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
50, slam.
Elway wants to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Mayfield to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Mike's 50.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete.